Okay, I'm Scott from weforgot.org, and today I am trying again, after trying to do a blog, to do it again. And I'm feeling very motivated, I'm feeling very pushed and driven to really try to do the things that I know that I can do. And I'm feeling like I've just had a lot of obstacles that I've been putting in my way, and that have just been natural. And there's a lot of things that are out of our power in life. But in that sort of vein of things, I decided that I was going to put a bit more order to my site, put a bit more order to my thought. And so today, on Monday, I wrote about meditations. And I didn't get to really talk about mantras as much as I would have liked to, which I'm going to do right now. And so, bear with me for just a few minutes. There's a written part on mindfulness that's a bit more about the broad, just open idea of mindfulness, and on how my not being mindful and me being worried about what some of you think, or just stupid little things about my past experience with trying to do this and how it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Have been holding me back from trying again. So I am here right now to sort of just talk about this concept of mindfulness further. So mantra meditation is super cool because it not only is something that uses that top-down processing, which I talk about in the article that I wrote today, but it also influences your bottom-up processing in the way that when you say something out loud, you're not just saying it out loud, you're also having that sound vibrate off of the others around you, but you're also feeling that sound. And that sound is being produced within your body in different locations. And so that sound is also influencing the different areas of the body. And when that happens, that signal is taken up through the brain and it influences your thought before you can even really think about it. And so there's this concept of top-down and bottom-up processing. And so top-down is this more thought-based processing. So maybe you're cold, you're feeling this cold. It's a little bit chilly today. And I'm feeling that. That is getting sent through my body, through my survival mechanisms first, through my survival brain. And it is being put together, what that means to me, by my frontal brain. And so that is the top-down trying to process that concept. So with mindfulness, we are putting our attention on something. We are using our top-down attention to focus on what we want. And some people do an open monitor sort of practice where they're just being with whatever is around. They're being with the sounds, they're being with their breath. But other people, they might want to focus on an image. They might want to focus on an mantra, which we're going to be doing today. A mantra for the removing of obstacles, which is Ganeshas' mantra. And so mantras, lots of different ones exist, and oftentimes they hold these concepts, these meanings, these really important things that we can try to manifest in our lives. And though they might not be the magical sort of thing, we do know that placebo effects exist, and that they can be more powerful than actual medications in some cases. But we also know that when we do think about these concepts, such as maybe love or the removing of obstacles or reframing the way that we think about things, that those can become the ways that we naturally think about life. Those can become the ways that we naturally think about things. So anyway, this post is getting long. I'm going to just post to the end of this post the chanting, so you can leave at any time. I know it's a long post. I'm going to be doing Ganeshas' mantra for the removing of obstacles. Ganesh is the elephant-headed deity, and in Hinduism. But we don't need to necessarily believe in Hinduism or even in the words per se. The concept, though, that's what's really important, to try to really feel this concept of what would it feel like to have all of our obstacles all of a sudden just drop? What would it feel like to just effortlessly go through life without having to second guess or without having to wonder? That is what we need to be sort of embodying when we're saying the words Om Gum Ganapatayei Namaha. And that is Om and salutations to the remover of obstacles. Again, the words themselves being that doesn't matter as much. What we need to do right now is we need to have a focus point. And this focus point, it could be English words, it could be anything. But I really like this language of Sanskrit because it's a very, very powerful language, which you can feel when you say the words really from your body. And I'm curious to hear, after you're done doing this, if you decide that you want to do it along with me, what you do feel. Maybe you don't feel anything at all. But even then, you're still practicing just this ability to focus, so you are exercising your mind and your ability to be mindful and in a mindful state. And the more things that we have that are generated by us, that are grabbing our attention, the more ability we are basically teaching ourselves to be able to grasp our own attention. So, Om Gum Ganapatayei Namaha, 108 times. I'm going to be doing it on my fingers. Om Gum Ganapatayei Namaha. 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 Om Ganapatayei Namaha. Om Ganapatayei Namaha. Om Ganapatayei Namaha. So sometimes when I do those open eye meditations, you might have noticed my eyes got a little bit watery near the end, and I didn't have any actual tears drop out, but I almost did. So yeah, sometimes when you do staring meditations, your eyes will get watery. But again, you could have done that with your eyes closed. So yeah, that was 108 times of Ganeshas mantra for the removing of obstacles. If you noticed my speed, it did change through it. My tone changed through it. This is a lot to do with me just having practice with it with myself. The more you practice with other people, it's really interesting to hear how everybody syncs up and the timing just becomes right. That's really an interesting thing to think about too, the way that our voices can influence not only ourselves but other people and how we sync up in those ways. And we still influence their bottom-up process the way that they influence our bottom-up process. And then we process what we think about them based off of all of these past experiences and past things, as I wrote about in the article. So, this is the beginning of the new journey, and I'm happy that you stuck around and watched this. If you did, and if you didn't, cool, maybe somebody one day will. And, I'm Scott, and I'm going to really attempt to start making this a real thing, because I talk, and intention is not the same as action. So, here we go. This is day 1, Monday, which for now is going to be mindful concepts. So tune back next Monday for more mindfulness. And if you are interested in music, tomorrow is your day. I'm going to be going into Reason, and I'm going to be making a song. I'm going to be starting a song 5 minutes in Reason. And so I've got lots of other cool stuff for the rest of the week too. So keep coming back to weforgot.org.